First question, biggest differences between living in England versus the U.S.?
As far as soccer is concerned, or just social?
Either.
Okay. So we name it football. It's a different sport over there. And the big difference is just the size of the country really brings out the fact that you can have a league of 25 teams or 20 teams, and supporters can travel all over the country to support their team. We're stuck in the United States that we're so big, unfortunately. It's like creating a one national league for the whole of Europe, which they are trying to do, I think. But in England, which is about the size of Illinois, it's a little bit smaller than Illinois. There's 92 professional teams in England, the size of Illinois. Texas is 5.5 times bigger than England. So it's one of them where it's a lot easier to support your team and to be built up. Now, when you're growing up in England, you either came, where I came from in the north of England, you either came from a football town or a rugby town. And your schools sometimes didn't have both. In fact, a lot of schools didn't have both football and rugby. So I was fortunate enough. I was raised in a football town, and my house was about 5 miles from the old Burndon Park where Bolton are from, and that's where I grew up supporting. But in the papers, it's in the back pages. It's all they do throughout the winter is soccer on the back pages, and then they have pullouts every weekend for all the goals and the games and everything. And it's just a totally different beast. However, saying that, when I first came to the States back in '81, soccer was horrible here. Absolutely horrible. I mean, Barney would have been an all-star American, all-American. I mean, that's how bad it was. So it's one of them where we've grown a lot in the last, how long is 81 ago? I know, 21, so 40 years.
40 years.
So we've grown a lot in that time. And I think if we could maybe do what they do a lot in baseball and do an American League, West and American League East, or have 4 leagues, and they play in their league, and then maybe the top 3 or 4 in each division play in the playoffs to get the national champion. But also in Europe, throughout the world, that we have relegation and promotion, which we don't have here. I think if we could get that, the USL teams might start coming up. And but that's my thought about that.